Hello and welcome. This is the latest in our series of interviews with the people behind the BSGA and also some members and our commercial members. But this week we're going to be talking to Sue Hewick. Hello, Sue.
Hello.
Good. Hello. Good to see you. You must be one of the longest standing people involved with the BSGA. Are you happy to say how long you've been part of the organisation?
Yeah, it's on the 16th of July this year, it will be 28 years.
Oh,
So I've
wow.
I've seen pretty much everybody out, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you probably have. So tell us a little about yourself and your role at the BSGA.
Okay, my role at the BSGA is office manager, so I'm dealing with basically everything administrative within the office.
Nearly 3 decades at the association. How has your role changed over that time? What were you doing at the start and how has it developed?
Okay, at the very start, I was employed as an audio secretary. So this was long before email came into anything. So I was given tapes to type up daily. But then obviously when email started to become quite popular and a quicker way of communication, my role evolved an awful lot quicker. So I was then responsible for dealing more with people on a day-to-day basis on the phone, via email. It wasn't just a general answering the phone and typing. It then became an awful lot more. And then obviously when websites then became a lot more, I designed the association's first website, which was pretty grim, but I went on a course for it and I was very proud of it. It did its job, but yeah, obviously things have moved on an awful lot since then.
It's interesting, isn't it? From the early, I mean, audio secretary, most people wouldn't know what that is now. And it's one of those jobs that probably
And
you don't need it anymore with dictation software and
yeah,
this will be
absolutely.
automatically captioned. I mean, it's amazing, but your jobs have to evolve. So it's interesting you went from that to designing websites. That's quite a jump.
It was a case of it, we needed something. And so I went on a 2-day course and rustled up something.
Good stuff. So what would you say has been the most rewarding part of your work with the BSGA?
Um, Not waking up on a Monday morning and dreading coming to the office, to be honest. But being able to help people, being on the end of the phone, regardless of how silly the question may sound, getting people back into the members area, they can't remember their username or password, pointing them in the right direction within the association to give them help on technical information that they may need, just being a resource for people to come to for any help that they may need.
Okay, so for many people, you're the front door, the face of the BSGA, the first person they come and talk to.
I am, and people know me by name, but they don't know me by face. I like to stay quite hidden in the
Yeah,
background.
no, sorry, we've dragged you in front of the camera here. I do apologise. So we talk about reward, but what do you really enjoy and find most interesting about maybe sort of the whole industry, but also the members?
I find that the industry is absolutely massive and there is no beginning or end to it. And it just kind of all merges into street furniture, road traffic signage, billboard hoardings, that these are all things that are still signage, but are very different aspects of the industry that have their own associations, that we are lucky enough to be able to have good working relationships with, to be able to help people. I mean, we have members who are members of all the associations, so they get something different from each association. And it's very nice to be involved in helping somebody get to where they need to be.
Now, presumably, when you first joined, you probably did you know anything about the sign industry when you started? Was it just a
No,
job that?
not at
No.
all. And to be honest with you, Jack, I don't really know too much more. I do happen to notice when people have rebranded, um, and I know what a backlit sign is, but yeah, things are moving within the industry also so quickly with LEDs and all sorts of new things that have come in that the very little that I did know is so outdated. I have, however, been on courses and boot camps and tried to learn as much as possible. And it's absolutely fascinating. But no, my strengths lie in administration.
Yeah. Have you seen over the years a kind of difference in the type of people that you work? Are they sort of younger or older and sort of a different type?
Yeah, they are a lot younger. When I first started, the majority of the major members that we had were of the older generation, and obviously I've been with the association for so long now that I'm now dealing with the children of those people,
Wow. Yeah.
and indeed quite possibly the grandchildren as well. So yes, there has been a generational change within the industry, and that is very obvious.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, but there are a lot of family businesses in the sign industry, and that's one of the things that's lovely about it, really.
Yes,
Yeah, good.
absolutely. And there is continuity. And I suppose for them, it's nice to know that Sue at the association is the same Sue as she was many years ago.
You are the constant. So, yeah, what keeps you passionate working for the BSGAs? Do you still love it?
I do love it. Yes, I
Mm.
love the fact, I suppose, that I do know people. I know so many people, and I take for granted that these are pioneering people within the industry. But to me, they're just Peter from,
Mm.
a particular company, and I'm extremely lucky to have the relationships with these people that I can just pick up the phone and say, I don't know who else to go to. What can you suggest? I have this question or this query. I don't know where else to go. And people are so willing to talk to me, and so willing to offer up their time to help me in any way they can. And that's very fortunate. Um, I'm very lucky that people are willing to educate me, but then I find that sign makers are very willing to impart what they do on a day-to-day basis. They're very passionate about what they do.
Mm. And I think when you talk to a lot of the members, or almost all of them, but probably I guess there were some that you probably haven't. Did you have a message for those members that, for whatever reason, haven't picked up the phone, why they should get in touch with you, how they can sort of develop their relationship with the association by doing so?
Absolutely, there are so many things that we offer that despite us banging our drum about it here, there, and everywhere, that members are still reluctant, for want of a better word, to get in touch and then wonder what they get for their membership. I mean, there are so many things we can offer members advertising their jobs online. That's a free service that I don't think people realise that we offer. And promoting members, promoting the jobs that they've done, that they're proud of, to actually promote that not only on our website, but via our social media, which goes out to so many thousands of people, that aren't just other sign companies. These are end users as well. There's all sorts of things that we can offer members, even if it's just technical advice, or where to go for, I don't know, for their insurance. Is there anybody that we can suggest they go to? Because again, insurance is something that people don't think about until they need it.
So,
And there was a big thing recently about, are you insured to drive your customers' cars? Are you
mm.
insured to use heat guns on your customers' property? It's the things that sign makers don't necessarily think about, that it's an important part of the job.
Oh, well, I think what we've done here is hopefully, if you haven't spoken to Sue yet, there she is, lovely to speak to. Also, congratulations on those many years, and here's to many more years with the association. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Jack. Thank you.